Welcome back to the Ed Show. Thanks for watching tonight. California took a controversial step to help the environment and reverse climate change. They did it by the law. Soon you're not going to be able to hear the question, paper or plastic, at checkout counters across the state. You see, Governor Jerry Brown signed a law banning single-use plastic bags at grocery stores and pharmacies starting on July 1st, 2015. Now, this is the first ban of its kind in the country. Not everybody's pleased.
You start to think about the impact and like what really are we leaving behind, and plastic bags that don't break down. That's just the fact.
Trouble is, California doesn't necessarily lead the attitudes of the real people.
More than 13 billion plastic bags are handed out to Americans every year. Many of those bags end up in the ocean and travel long distances with ocean currents and winds. The litter is a vicious killer of marine mammals, seabirds, and other wildlife. The United States Academy of Sciences estimates the amount of marine litter in the oceans worldwide is about 6.4 million tons per year. This is a vast area in the North Pacific Ocean contaminated with plastic. Filmmakers from Vice traveled there to see the impact. Environmental conditions are changing dramatically as a result of human behavior. A new study from the WWF says humans are to blame for a 52% decline in wildlife populations between 1970 and 2010. And this is just an amazing sight. Look at this. Right now, there are thousands of walruses gathered on the shoreline in Alaska. The ice formations, which walruses usually rely on for resting between hunts for their survival, is disappearing. The retreat of the Alaskan sea ice is accelerating in recent years due to climate change. For more, let me bring in our panelists tonight, Governor, or should I say California State Senator Alex Padilla, who introduced the law and wrote the bill for the single-use plastic bag ban in California. Also with us tonight, Dr. Reese Halter, conservation biologist in Muse School in California. Gentlemen, good to have you with us tonight. Alex, did you think this was going to be a slam dunk? How hard was this to get through?
Oh, by no means was it a slam dunk. In fact, different iterations of this bill have been introduced for nearly 7 years in the California Senate. I took up the torch last year, and it took me 2 years to get it to the governor's desk for the first time. But Governor Brown saw the vision of this bill, good for the environment, but also good for government's budgets, and we can talk about that. And we hope we set the standard for the rest of the nation.
How so, government budgets? How does it help?
Well, believe it or not, in California, more than $25 million a year is spent throughout the state by cities and counties to clean up plastic bag. You did a beautiful job of painting the impact of the Pacific Ocean and our marine life. But plastic bags also impact our communities, our storm drains, our parks. They create blight. And despite our best efforts, they can't really be recycled. And so all that money that previously had been going to collecting plastic bags, trying to dispose of them, can now be reinvested into police, fire services, schools, libraries, much better use of our tax dollars.
And I understand that this bill is also going to be providing some $2 million in competitive loans to these plastic bag manufacturers that are shifting their operations. What about that?
Yeah, so one of the arguments in the past that sort of helped stall the bill was this concern, supposedly, about the job impact. Would California manufacturers have to lay people off? You know, I think the estimates were overblown, but we did put a provision in this year's bill to make California a partner. Any California-based manufacturer who wants to get out of the business of single-use plastic bags and get into the business of reusable bags, the state of California would help finance those retooling costs on the condition of retraining and retaining those employees. And with that provision, we earn the support of some manufacturers, the retailers, the grocers, the environmental community, of course, and local governments across the board.
Dr. Reese Halter, is this going to have an impact? Is this the kind of legislation we got to have if we're going to reverse this?
Yeah, baby. Ed, good evening. Senator, nice to see you. This is a landmark decision for California once again to lead the State of the Union. These bags, my students at Muse School and I beachcomb along the Santa Monica Bay. These bags are awful because these bags choke tens of thousands of our sea turtles. They are sponges for DDT, methylmercury, biphenyls, PCBs, and every other known toxin in the ocean. This is a terrific step. And by the way, around the Earth, we manufacture over 500 billion of these bags every year. We got to get rid of them now.
So have other countries done this, Senator?
Absolutely. If you look primarily at European countries, they have phased out single-use plastic bags, or the model even that we've seen here in the U.S., where you make a plastic bag available for a fee. We don't even think that's good enough. So this bill would phase out plastic. Paper would be available, and eventually need a bag for a fee. But the ultimate goal here is to have consumers use reusable bags, reduce the waste stream.
All right, Dr. Halter, I'm going to show the picture of these walruses.
Yeah.
What is happening here?
Oh,
Why are there 40,000 walruses all of a sudden on shore?
Okay, well, we've got in excess of 14 million pounds of beautiful animals that require ice, Ed. And because ice is missing, they've clamored together on shore here. So the first thing that we're going to see, sadly, is mega aggression. Aggression will follow by hunger. Hunger will lead to disease. These critters are telling our world, hello, is anyone listening, that the ice is melting. And instead of devising a battle plan, we are continuing to subsidize to the tune of 1.9 trillion oil, gas, and coal. We need to future-proof, and we need it now.
Okay, so is there any other phenomena that might be unfolding that would force those walruses to go to shore? Is it definitely the ice cap melting and the temperature of the water that have brought them to where they are?
Yeah, look, as I tell my students, if you lose your home, you die. Their habitat is going. Look, the polar bears are in the same basket here. This is awful, and we're seeing it. Because we're seeing it, it's time to acknowledge it and devise a battle plan to reduce our greenhouse gases.
And the next time we come back, we'll talk about what a solution would be. State Senator Alex Padilla, great work. And also, Dr. Reese Halter, great to have you with us again tonight. Thanks so much.